Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm in a very weird mood. This is the third video that I have filmed today. Once again, have not changed anything really, except the hair is dry now. I don't know which order the videos are going to come up in, but you'll see my hair get progressively drier as they go. But I'm in a weird mood, and I'm particularly distracted right now by my background. It's not symmetrical. And I mean, it hasn't been symmetrical for months, but for some reason today, that's particularly bothersome to me. I can't explain why I am the way I am, I just am. So I would love to hear from you guys. Like, does this blank space here, is that even like a thing? Do I need to worry about that? Do I need to fill it? Is it okay? I'm worried that if I buy like a second set of shelves like this and put it over here, then I'm gonna kind of look like the Canadian flag. Like there's gonna be two big stripes of things on the side and then the Canadian leaf in the middle. Thought about a potted plant, but there's really not a lot of space back there. It would have to be fake anyways, and then it's just gonna get dusty. Just one more thing, and I don't know. Anyways, you guys let me know. Do I need to worry about this, or is this like a non-issue that I'm just creating in my head? Let me know. Anyways, sorry. Today is the 1 month update of my Project 10 Uses, which is inspired by a beauty guru made me do it, who I will link down below. All right, let's do this. If you didn't watch the first video, I will try to remember to link it up here. I will quickly go over the premise of it with you. Basically, you start off with 10 items. You use them each 10 times. As you use each individual item 10 times, you roll it out, put something else in, use that one 10 times. I have not defined any particular endpoint to me. Frankly, with these kind of projects, it really just kind of ends. There's usually really no like culminating goal that I've reached. I usually just run out of steam and end them and then never talk about them again. Monthly minis. So I'm just rolling with it. Like I said, I've just done 1 month. I've had very good progress with it, and I'm going to go through that with you. So I did, like I said, start off with 10 items. I have reached 10 uses on 5 of them. So I'm going to go through the 5 items that I've reached 10 uses on, and then what I have replaced them with. So one of them, in no particular order, I don't remember which order I finished them up in, but first up is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Lightscapade. This was one that I was really kind of on the fence about. I was thinking of maybe just sticking it in my Back to MAC drawer that I have because I wasn't really using it. I've had it for ever, like 3 years, maybe going on 4, I'm not sure. But after using it those 10 times, I realized that I really do like it. It gives the same kind of effect as the Guerlain Meteorites, but at a fraction of the cost. And it's actually much more user-friendly because it's not those little rolly around ball things. It's just a nice flat pan here. So I'm going to keep it, and I've put it back in my drawer so that I can bring it out and use it from time to time. The next product that I reached 10 uses on is from Glam Glow. This is the Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer in the shade Nude Glow. You can just use it as a moisturizer. Oh wow, moisturizer. But I was using it as a primer. I wouldn't buy the full size of this. I still have probably, yeah, it's up to about here if I can see through it. So there's still about half of it left. I wouldn't buy the full size of it. I will continue to use this one. I don't mind the product, but I think you can spend less money for a similar effect on other primers. The next product is from Makeup Geek. This is one of their full spectrum eyeliner pencils. I don't even know if they still make them. This one's in the shade Espresso. It's just a nice dark brown. It's just one of those pencils that you sharpen. I have no complaints about this one at all. I will continue to use it, and I will be keeping it. In fact, I'm keeping all 5 of the items that I used, but I rediscovered how much I do like this one, and it's a shame if they don't make them anymore because they do apply very smoothly and easily. Then we have the Physicians Formula Insta Ready Full Coverage Concealer. It just comes in this little wee bottle with a little wee pump, and I really, really like this concealer. I don't like the packaging on it. I find the pump really difficult to work with, but I really like the concealer. So It's one that I have recommended in the past. Unfortunately, the color range is utter garbage. I think there's like 3 shades to choose from. That is just not acceptable anymore. But if you are light, you will find a shade that works for you. Unfortunately, if you're darker than a medium, you're basically SOL because Physicians Formula sucks in some regards. But they do know how to make a concealer. The last product is also from the drugstore. It's from Maybelline and it is the Total Temptation Mascara. I like this mascara. I wouldn't repurchase it. It's not my favorite. It does have a nice little fluffy wand on it. I do find though that the formula is on the wet side, despite the fact that I've owned this for longer than I should admit to, like at least a year. It does transfer up and then I have to let it dry and then scrape it off with a spoolie and all of that. So the formula has just never dried down, and I do prefer once mascaras have been open for like a month or so, once they start to dry just a little bit, and this one just hasn't dried down at all. So not wild on the formula of this one. Also, I do find it hard to clean off. It's like there's like a never-ending supply of mascara on my lashes when I go to clean it off at the end of the night. So while I am going to keep it, I'm probably only going to use it a handful more times and then just declutter it. So begs the question why I'm keeping it. But I have a really difficult time getting rid of products when I know that there's still use in them and it's not terrible. As I finished each of those products, I would bring in a replacement. And again, I can't remember which order I brought them in on. If I looked at the chart that I've been keeping, it would say because they're listed in the order, but it doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. First up, let's talk about Maybelline. I have the Loose Fit Me powder in the shade Fair Light. I like the pressed version of this powder a lot better. This one, I don't mind it all over my face. I don't really like it under my eyes. I find that it does leave a bit of a cast to the skin and it's not flattering under the eyes. There's just something in the tone. Works well on the face, but not concentrated in the eye bag area. So I just use this when I'm going to be setting the rest of my foundation. So I think it's going to last quite a while. There's still half of it in there, but we're just trudging along on it. I did bring out another Physicians Formula product, and this is the Butter Bronzer. This is just, I mean, I've trotted this thing out so many times just to complain about the packaging because it's utterly ridiculous. It's so big, it really only needs to be this big, and yet they've attached this gigantic butt to it. It smells delightful. It blends beautifully. It's a good shade, has a good undertone. It's an all-around good product. I just hate how bulky the packaging is. Love the color, love the design, the whole bit. Hate the size of it. So it's kind of on the chopping block as well. So bringing it out and forcing myself to use it will really allow me to see whether or not I like the product enough to put up with the inane packaging. I brought out a concealer to use, and this one is from Arbonne, and it is in the shade Light, and it is the Real Conceal Liquid Concealer. I suspect after the 10 uses that I'll be letting this one go because it smells a little funky. It smells a little bit like mouthwash, and I don't recall it smelling like mouthwash before, so it's probably not all that great, and I should probably just get rid of it now, but I can live for 10 uses. I have used it a few times, haven't broken out, nothing's gone wonky on my face, so I will do the 10 uses, then decide from there, but I'll probably be getting rid of it at the end of those 10 uses. Not a bad concealer at all, but again, there are better options, at least that I have in my collection, which has resulted in this one just sort of languishing in the drawer for the last like year and a half. Then I have 2 products from MAC. One is a collaboration from Patrick Starr. This one's in the shade I'm Not Blushing, and I'm not wild on it because it's one of those like duo shades in one pan, and so it had been sitting in my Back to MAC little collection area that I keep, but I've busted it out. I focus more on the peachy side of it, and it is actually quite pretty on the cheeks, so I'm going to keep using it, and I may end up back in the regular drawer, not in back to MAC segregation. Finally is the strobe cream from MAC. Obviously this is just a mini, and I really like this. This one does the same effect as the Glam Glow, but better. So if I was to repurchase one of them, it would be this one. All right, and there you have it. Those are the 5 items that I have used up so far, at least used up to the 10 uses, and their replacements. I am not going to run through every product and tell you exactly how many uses I have. Some of them, of the original 10, I've only used twice still, and then some from this last batch that I showed you that have been the replacement items, I'm at like 7 or 8 uses already. So it's still a work in progress. I will do at least one more month of updates, let you know where I'm at from there, and then I'll decide whether or not I'm going to keep going with this or call it quits. So I will check back in a month. At any rate, thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now. Hey guys, welcome back to my... Am I tilted? My camera looks tilted. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Again, 3 videos went... Oh my god, stop texting me. One is from Glam Glow. Yes, I'm reading it. Why am I questioning it? And it is the Total Temptations Mascara. Total Temptation, not Temptations. It's not a band.